What's up, people? Happy Thursday. This episode was good. This is how you should write a soap episode. This was a good episode. It was the right amount of drama. There was certain scenes I didn't really care for, but for the majority of it, I enjoyed it. This is how you write. This is how every episode. Pretty much, this is how you see how soap operas are on 5 days a week. At least 4 out of 5 days should be like this. Monday's episode, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday should be like this episode with good tension, good drama. Wednesday should be just a filler episode because that's what Wednesday's episodes are pretty much all about, filler episodes. But this episode, I would give it at least a 8 or 9 out of 10. That's just me personally. Some of y'all might not agree with today's episode, but I liked it. Where the fuck do I start? I didn't really care for Franco and Carlos's scene, him trying to pump Carlos for information. I didn't really care about that. But Carlos, obviously, when he heard about the wreck, he was pissed, even though he thinks Ava had something to do with it. For once, Ava actually didn't have anything to do with it. Fake Luke had something to do with it. The scene I loved was when Luke, Morgan, Carly, Michael, and Kiki had that scene together. That scene was funny. When Luke walked up and called her Freaky Kiki. I love when he called her that because that shit is too funny to me. And Morgan was, he was ready to whoop his ass. I can understand why the writers act like Morgan and Luke are not related. They act like Morgan and Luke are not related because that's not really Luke. So that's why he doesn't call him Uncle Luke or even pretend like they're related or something, even though they are. But I can understand why, because he's not really Luke. And then when Carly and Michael walked in, that's when shit really got real. I thought it was really going to hit the fan. But I knew that they were going to come up with some excuse. And Luke, was giving Michael his condolences and stuff like that. And even Carly had a confused look on her face when Luke was talking to Michael. You could see her kind of shaking her head or squinting her eyes or something like that. Even she was confused by that conversation. And Morgan just snapped. And he was like, he's sick of the phony BS with Luke. And Carly and them were looking at Morgan like, what the hell is wrong with you? And Kiki was urging Morgan not to say anything, pretty much. I feel like that was stupid. That was the right moment to tell Michael and Carly the truth. Because Carly would have believed them. Why would Carly not believe Morgan and believe Luke? She would have believed Morgan. I can understand why Kiki didn't want to tell Michael because his father, they just had a funeral for him and she really just don't want to tell Michael. I can understand that, but I think that moment would have been the perfect moment for the truth to come out. It would have been the perfect moment. But I have to remember that Ned wants to set a trap for Luke or whatever, so I guess that's what's going to happen soon. I think he tried that yesterday when Ava bumped into Luke in the living room. I don't know, I didn't really watch that episode. But the truth needs to come out. Because Luke is just out of control. Like Spencer said, Luke is out of control. What pissed me off was Cameron, Elizabeth's son. Like him coming into the living room taunting Spencer and, because he got cookies and Spencer is on punishment. I'm like, really? Go sit your little ass down, please. I love the way Spencer just went off on that driver. Ross, I think his name is. That shit was too funny. How he just basically snitched on Spencer. But Ross did the right thing. I mean, shit, Ross ain't trying to lose his job. So anyway, Spencer saw Emma on the news when Anna came to go get Emma from the car accident because they had a car accident or whatever. Somebody ran them off the road, and he figured out that Luke was the one that did it. So he called Luke and told Luke that he'd keep his mouth shut if Luke leaves Emma alone. I was so disgusted by that. I mean, come on, Luke is trying to kill a little kid. I was disgusted by that. Downright disgusted by it. It was just disturbing. Like, she's only 7, 8 years old and you're trying to kill her. That was disturbing. So Luke was happy or whatever because Spencer decided to keep quiet. It was just basically him driving him off the road was basically a warning to Spencer that it will get worse if he speaks. It was basically a warning shot. So Carly got a text or whatever or an alert on her phone. She had to go. Michael figured out that it was about Franco, which it is. I mean, what else could it be about? So Carly went down to jail to go talk to Franco and figure out what the hell going on with Carlos. And he told her that Ava sent Carlos to the Quartermaines, but he don't know why. With all these baby storylines that's going on this show, I could have sworn, I'm surprised that Franco and Carly didn't have a kid together. I'm shocked, even though I really don't want that. Seriously, I hope Franco never reproduces. So anyway, Sonny and Ava are in the Quartermaine crypt or the mausoleum, whatever the hell it is. And he's got guilt over what happened or whatever. He still, got a guilty conscience about killing AJ and Michael and whatever. And Ava was trying to talk him out of going to the cops, but Sonny was saying that he wanted to tell Michael. Ava thought that would be a bad idea because Michael would lose two fathers. I feel like they're trying to make this storyline all about Sonny. I just feel like that's what they're trying to do. Trying to make this all about Sonny, and it's not about Sonny. It should be about Michael and AJ. That's what it should be about. The Quartermaines, not Sonny. Who gives a fuck about his feelings? You're the one that put AJ in the ground. I'm glad that he feels guilt, and I hope that AJ continues to torment him because that's what he deserves. So they're kissing or whatever. Now Ava and Sonny start kissing. And Morgan is running around looking for Ava. I was hoping Morgan would have caught them together. That's what I was really hoping for. But I guess that's not going to happen for a while. Sonny is just a piece of shit. Like, seriously, he's just trifling. Anyway, back to the car accident. So Sabrina, I was confused. I was like, how far along? So apparently Sabrina's 25 weeks along in her pregnancy, and she was feeling pains or whatever, and now she went into early labor. So luckily Britt was at the crime scene. What I hated was the fact that did you see the part where they said that a driver, whoever ran them off the road, swerved into their lane, and then Emma said that's, later on, that's when Britt showed up, and the look on Anna's face made it seem like they think that Britt had something to do with this. We all know damn well Britt didn't have a damn thing to do with it, because if Britt had something to do with this, she would have been panicky. I doubt she even would have went back. And when Patrick saw her, she would have panicked. She would have been, a little panicky or a little, tense or something like that. But she showed that she really did just happen to drive by and see that they were in trouble. So I hope that they don't try to pin this on Britt, because that would be fucked up. So Britt decides to help them deliver the baby because they can't move Sabrina because she's in labor now. So they have to deliver that baby. I hope nothing happens to the baby. I really do hope so, because, even though I'm tired of all these baby storylines, I just wish they would stop with it, but it is what it is. And those paramedics are fucking idiots. They said that the reason it took them so long was because the bridge was closed and the dispatch was all piled up or whatever. Then how the fuck did Anna Devane and the news crew get there before the ambulance got there if the bridge was out? I'm pretty sure there's another way to get there other than the bridge. Because if the bridge was out, how the hell Anna and the TV crew get there? I don't know. But this was a very entertaining episode for the most part of it. So anyway, I hope all of you have a great day. I will see all of you for Cliffhanger Friday tomorrow. Have a great day. See all you tomorrow.